What is happening, Chi City? Steven Johnson, Nick Bidding with you. Very exciting day today with ChiCitySports. And Nick, we've been doing Bearfront for a while, and we are very excited to announce some new members to Chi City that will be bringing some kick-ass Bears coverage in 2020.
We are. It takes a little bit of a weight off our shoulders from 2 to 3 podcasts a week. So I'm all for that, and that's good for us. I'm pumped. It's been a long road to get here, but this is just, step one of a lot of big stuff we have going, and we're really excited to take it.
Absolutely. You've seen these guys live streaming, podcasting. They bring it all to Chicago Bears talk coverage. They don't cut through the crap. They cut through the crap and just give you straight facts. That's all it's about. We are very proud to welcome these two people to ChiCitySports. Let's dive right into it. Debuting, Keepin It 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keepin It 100.
And so the Bears are sending their compensatory 4th-round pick to Jacksonville for Nick Foles.
No competition.
Keepin' it 100. Like the people drop off, but we still rockin'.
I know we need to run the ball more. I'm not an idiot.
Keepin It 100. Keepin It 100. Keepin It 100, baby.
Open competition.
Keepin It 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Chicago Bears select Cole Kmet.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. The dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man at Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keeping it 100, never running east or west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the freaking anchor, moving forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shayne's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shayne got some haters. But now they're moused up like the true and now and laters. Debaters, stars get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sack strolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shayne. 100's what we do when we're breaking down the Bears. Fuck a play or a captain, all of the upstairs. The tape never lies, the truth you see, we analyze, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a sad nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Hard crash, big impact like Max Sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man and Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever and we're keeping it 100.
Keepin It 100, baby.
Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keepin It 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keepin It 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keepin It 100, baby.
Keep it 100.
Keepin It 100.
Yo.
The wait is over, folks. The wait is over.
So many
Shayne.
painful highlights in that.
Yeah, that's how you do it in this house. We took off our shoes, right? When you get in the door.
Dude, I'm not wearing pants. I don't know about you.
It's been a long time.
Midnight after that, right?
We're giving tastes tonight, a brotherhood, a friendship, a new relationship. So many questions have been asked, and we've been so trying hard not to reveal and just be teasing stuff. Shayne is a master at teasing. I'm not a tease. I'm straight in there, man. I get in there. That's why I got so many kids. So that's what I do. But tonight is a night joining forces here. I'm excited. Shayne, we're finally back on the airways with these guys, ChiCitySports, and keeping it 100, man. Did you like the open? Steven?
Open's fantastic, man. Like I think that's like the 6th time I've watched it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, damn, like just the amount of stuff that's gone into this. It's awesome. You know, everything that that you guys have you know, again, put into this. We're only in a teaser show here. Like
Exactly.
this is just the tip. This is just the
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what we were gonna name it, right?
We were going to name the show Just the Tip.
We've been
But
out for
kid
6
from-
minutes, and I haven't called anybody's mother a cunt yet either. So that might be a new record.
Oh, Jesus. We are back, Sherry. Yes, we are back. I think, Cherie. You're
You
right.
whiffed already, dude.
I did.
Cherie.
But I'm terrible
One of
at names.
Time of death, 6:11 into the show.
Exactly.
Listen, Nick is new here. I don't know if you've listened to our past shows, but I'm terrible with geography. I'm terrible with math. Names, I still can't get Bobby Phelan's name correct until tonight. And that's what, 7 years later, I got it correct. But I'm amazing at editing and putting music, and I'm patting myself on the back for that one thing.
Never seen that before.
My wife's like, don't praise yourself too much tonight. I go, come on. We got a new
He's not watching.
relationship.
Go ahead.
Can we just let everybody know the real reason that we're here is to announce the GoFundMe so we can get Pearson a haircut?
That's why he didn't show
Zach
up.
Pearson, co-owner of ChiCitySports. I think he said 2 months it's been that he hasn't had a haircut, so he's a little overdue. Like you said, he's busting into that production budget that we got going on over here. But
Kid and play, dude, going on big time.
But yeah, let's dive right into it here. I mean, again, it's nice to finally take this out from under wraps and announce everything that's happening here. Keeping It 100 coming to ChiCitySports every Wednesday night, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Again, for as long as you guys have been doing this, and it's effing awesome that the comment section's already lighting up here.
You
with
can swear, man. Just let it go.
I know. I'm sorry.
on.
I'm sorry. I'm trying.
You're gonna lose street cred real quick. With
I
this
know.
crowd.
I am gonna lose.
Effing
street cred.
awesome. Yeah.
But again, obviously, everyone waiting to see where you guys were gonna land. You guys land here. Just talk about Keeping It 100, everything that we got going on, everything that you guys are going to be doing out of the gate here. Again, next Wednesday, the first show. Hand it over to you guys and let's roll.
Yeah, man, it's been a crazy up and down couple of months. I really don't know any other way to put it. It's a lot of it unexpected, but all paths led us here, and I couldn't be happier. Phil and I. Everybody knows at this point we talk constantly, and we're talking about this again today. We'll ask how everybody's family is, stuff like that, make sure the kids are good, the wives are happy, and then it's showtime. Really, while we're at work, we're not being productive at our jobs. We're worried about show content, and that's why it shows out when we do show up and do these shows. I think that's why people love it, and we have so much in store for you guys next week. I mean, just you could see the excitement today on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I've literally had my phone plugged in all day long just to keep it charged because it's just nonstop notifications. People, the boys are back, and it feels good. This is what Phil and I were really built to do, to go on here and especially talk Chicago Bears football, but to chop it up and to, bust balls and make jokes and just have a good time and have fun doing it. It's been a crazy 2020. So, that it's, everybody's affected by it, right down to guys that do fucking podcasts. And, but like I said, every great comeback starts from a dark place, and we're through that. So we got the crack in the door here at Chi City, and we're going to kick that fucking door right in right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And today's been a day to definitely do that. You mentioned like everything going on with social media and Twitter. I'm pulling up my phone Yeah, every 5 minutes I look down, I'm like, oh, another 20 notifications.
Yeah.
It's just like that nonstop since 9 a.m.
I couldn't believe. I told my wife, I go, my phone has been blowing up. It's so crazy how many fans have reached out and are so excited. It is absolutely humbling, and it's also important that we keep it 100. I mean, that's why we took that title. We put everything in the past behind us.
Literally.
And yeah, exactly. And we're going to address things. Tonight's not the night. This is a brotherhood, a team that came together in keeping it 100 fashion, Stephen. There was so many people and networks and media reaching out to me and Shane to have us be a part of them.
Yeah,
and
so humbling.
It was so humbling once we became free agents and things were pushed aside with us all of a sudden, and you guys reaching out to us and all these other people and really keeping it 100 again real quick. It's like, you have to do what's best for you in this world. And that's where I'm at in regards to making this decision. We have NFL players and Bears players reaching out to us. What are you guys doing? I couldn't believe it. So to get to this
on
point,
the show already, that's the best
part.
part.
Already to jump in the show and have guests. I mean, we have so much in store, planned creativity-wise, and what we want to do on this network together. And we have other plans and things that are going to happen because you're going to be seeing. I mean, if you're a fan of Shane and Phil, then you're going to want to be following ChiCitySports and keeping it 100 every Wednesday night, because I know I've been dying to talk football. I mean, I'm like Mr. T, ready to, get back in the ring against pain. I felt pain not getting back in the ring.
Like Tyler Bray holding my fucking clipboard, getting ready to go crazy.
You guys just like the 2020 NFL season, you're just skipping the preseason. You just can dive right into it with the regular season.
So we were able to bring in a big free agent, so our close rate is already better than the Bulls front office.
Yeah,
so we're good. We did something the Bulls could never do. We pulled in big free agents.
Yeah,
you guys.
I passed the physical. Phil passed the piss test. We're good to go.
All apologies to Eddie Robinson.
Pretty sure it was a bot piss test, but that's the point.
Yeah, there'll be no narratives, as John Gray is pointing out on this show. As you said in the open, if you've followed our careers and where we've gone and what we've done from our past shows, on the previous network, as well as my series, The Tape Never Lies, we're not going to mince words in regards to football, the draft, and the Chicago Bears, and what that means to us and to you, the fans. And we're going to bring all of you fans into what we do. That's really the brainchild of this, and that's really why I felt comfortable huddling up with Shane and saying, Chi City with Steven, I just have a connection. I really feel like that's where we should go. Fuck the money. Fuck all these people throwing things and promises.
The stipend, Steven.
Fuck the stipend, Steven.
Wait, you guys are getting a stipend?
Fuck the stipend,
Goodwill
Steven.
gift card.
Okay. I'm about to call my agent right now.
But
if you're lucky, you'll find some Bears swag there every other time.
So, yeah, we have so much in store for you. The Open, Shane came up with the title. He's like, what do you fucking say all the time? I go, real quick? He's like, no, dummy.
Ain't nothing real quick about Philadelphia.
Hey, my fucking 10-yard split is real quick. I'll give me that. My distance run, I don't have that. But he was right. Keeping it 100. I must say it all the time. We got to keep it 100. And when your wife is using that against you when we're dealing with something with the kids or something, then That's got to be the show. And to Shane's credit, I'm like, I got it. I'm going to rock and roll. And got the beat and wrote the song and then produced that freaking video open. That's going to be our open every week as we come in. And if you're listening on the podcast version, Steve, I got so many questions from fans. Is this going to be a podcast? Where are we going to find it? How are they going to do that? So can you answer that question tonight?
Yeah, we can absolutely answer that question. And so this is going to be doubled down as a podcast following every live stream on Wednesdays. You're going to find it on iTunes. You're going to find it on the Google Play Store. You're going to find it on Spotify. You're going to find it on iTunes Podcasts. You're going to find it everywhere you listen to podcasts. You will find Keeping It 100. Simple as that.
There you go. And they're going to look for Shy City, right? That's how they'll find it?
They can find it. Right, they can find it through Shy City, or they can find it through just searching Keeping It 100.
Look at that. I didn't even know that until tonight. So
surprises.
See that, Shane?
We're here for surprises all night long.
Listen, I'm happy that I get to see you guys, but also all these fans here.
Oh, man,
speaking of one,
it's like a family reunion, some of these names. I mean, Chubbs is in here, and he hasn't even been bitching about anything yet.
Hold on. Can I say something about something that he sent earlier? Because I'm gonna bring this comment back up. I think you had it up once before, but I'm gonna redeem myself for my happened thing. Nobody else on this panel likes Brett Favre as their favorite quarterback, right? No, nobody likes Little Dick Brett as their favorite quarterback. So let's just get that out of the way here.
There you go.
That was a big thing on our former network. We brought on
I'm more of a Don Mikowski guy, so
right.
Don't cheer for any Packer fans. That's how you do it. But
anyway, let's bring Carr's comment back up here.
Where is it? Because that's transitioning in the business.
That is. Yeah, it's a good segue.
It's a great
Matthew
segue.
Karstensen, the resident Bears nerd.
Yes.
What do we got to say about him? What's going on with
Other than him being a smart ass little bitch, right, Cars? No, we love him. He's on Team Marsaw and Team Ottochian. He's going to be in tow with us all season long, dropping his stats that he loves so much. And the fights between Phil and Cars are going to be epic. I can hear them already. Cars is going to bring his analytics. Phil's going to be, screaming "fuck a stat," all that stuff. And everybody knows Cars. He was with us when we did our the draft coverage this past draft, and he gets it. He gets our vibe. He knows how to play. He's not afraid to drop bombs and chop it up with us. So he's a absolute perfect fit for what we do. And he's family. Phil and I have known him for, over 20 years, going back to cbfans.net message boards back in the day. It's when I think Rashaan Salam was like the cover when you used to log in there.
Oh, God.
But it was just that he's a perfect fit. Another guy that we talk to on a daily
PFF
basis.
scores on himself right now on the lower screen.
So he also passed the piss test.
Yes,
Cars did. So we're safe. We're gonna run a pretty much clean crew here. So for the most part, but yeah, he's gonna be with us during the season, dropping all of his stats and everything, and bringing it, keeping it 100 like we always do. So I'm looking forward to that. And Phil, we do have one more person. There was a little teaser, an Easter egg in the open. I don't know if the people caught it.
Anybody in the comments, did they see? Or I don't know. Maybe.
Did anybody see the little Easter eggs in the open?
Well, we're gonna have a new moderator. And he's actually been on the show before. Claudio the Barber is going to be the moderator of the show, bringing us in, passing the stuff around. There it is. Someone got it right. Get that kid a Shy City t-shirt.
biggest Rex Grossman fan.
Biggest
I've ever
Rex
met in my
Grossman
life.
fan. So he's going to be taking a lot of heat from Nick's beard.
Yeah.
You already see it.
There's plenty of people to hide it here, man.
Nick's pulling a blade out of his beard on that one. Claudio is a huge Rex Grossman fan and defender. So you're going to want to
at least say that he like watched him at Florida, or is this just like
he's just there is a love affair.
Better quarterback than Jay Cutler, he said.
Better than Cutler.
That's a super low bar.
That will have to, as we get into the season.
That's a bar to the nuts.
I mean, does anyone really win that?
Come on, man. We're talking about Chicago Bears quarterback. It's a who's who of fucking nobody, right? It's at this point.
It is a tough challenge with the quarterbacks. When you look at it and statistically, listen, I started the Stop Jacism movement. In fact, I started it and then I ended it the day when I was in Cleveland on the sideline with my dad. And I'm like, yo, Jay! I'm 10 feet from him, Steve. And he looks at me, he gives me that look, and it's the big like fuck you, who you talking to look. Like he just ignored a straight cold fucking look. Ghosted me in a walk. Yeah.
It was missing the cigarette.
My father turned to me and he's like, that's a fucking loser. And if you know my dad's voice, he's got that deep Brooklyn accent. It was so that he'll never get you to the Super Bowl. That was his exact words, and I never forgot that. I held on to that belly of fandom for Jay for like a few months, and that was
months.
Yeah, I tried. I had to pray. No, that was the
you made a Stop Jacism shirt, bro.
That already happened. So I yelled it to him. I go, "Stop Jacism," thinking I get a crack of a smile. No, I didn't get shit. I was like Braggs at the freaking 7th grade dance. And just stood there on the fucking sideline. That was it. That was all. So then we saw him again opening night with the barber. And Kristen and we knew the marriage was over once Cutler was staring at Trubisky's chick's ass for about straight. We caught him out there. If we had filmed it and put it up on Twitter, it would have been TMZ conspiracy. Him and Zach Miller were just checking Trubisky's chick out like harsh, like the whole stadium's watching you guys, and we knew the relationship with Kristen was over at that point. But that's how we go this way, but then we come back. We're still Claudio the barber. Bears fans, he's told me, if you're a Bears fan, you get a free haircut at his shop. Keeping it 100.
Just got to go to Connecticut.
Just got to go to Connecticut to do it. But there's a lot of Bears fans here in Connecticut.
Oh, yeah.
That's keeping 100 there.
So we just might have to fly Zach out there and just make the haircut more expensive.
Wouldn't that be awesome? Like we do Claudio cutting Zach's hair on our show. Because Zach does look like...
in a chair.
Are we sure that Pearson's not on another show right now?
Oh.
God. Marsaw with the fucking low shots already.
I digress. That is correct, Pete. I digress. I love these fans. They get it.
Oh, man.
They get it.
They do. We've got a lot of people watching us right now. We're about 25 minutes in. So with that, let's shift some gears here. There's been some Bears news this week, despite the fact that we're still in no form of a normal preseason and everything is just weird right now. The Bears running back situation not looking too hot at this point in time after David Montgomery going down yesterday. The morning was a shit show on Twitter after a blog leaked out information and everybody thought he tore his ACL. Thank God he did not. And it just ended up being a groin, but he's out 2 to 4 weeks. I don't know about you guys, but if they stay in pat and sit here with Ryan Nall and Tariq Cohen as their 1-2 punch, fuck everything about this running game for the first 4 games of the season.
Well, that's the Matt Nagy way, Steven. Yeah. Anyway, it's just like, fuck the running game.
He's over yanking one out in the locker room right now.
Like, Matt Nagy's job just got easier. Hold on, let me get my Nagy freaking diner menu, the Greek diners. It's like 12 pages. It's like,
just make sure that BU is in like super big letters on the front so everybody can see it.
The way that I think you got to look at it, you guys will find out the more shows that we do here. People have heard me talk about it before. I'm a guy that tries to go against what everybody else is saying and try to look at it from a different perspective. And if there's one position that I feel pretty confident that you can find a guy that's going to make an impact, it's at that running back position. And, you know, they said 2 to 4 weeks today for the groin strain, so we dodged a bullet there.
Big bullet.
I'm not sleeping on the UDFA kid, Artemis Pierce. I'm a fan of this guy. I know there's some question marks about it, but I've seen some comps out there to Willie Parker. And, you know, he's a guy that came on the scene for the Steelers. I don't know what.
Oh, my God. Willie Parker.
15 years ago, whenever it was.
I remember. Sweet Willie.
Yeah. And that is the one position where you can pull a guy literally from anywhere. You know, I know everybody was talking about Phil, who's the running back that you don't care for, the kid went to Atlanta and then to San Francisco. No.
Oh, Donta Freeman.
Donta Freeman. Yeah. That was the big name out there, but I don't know.
I'm not a big fan.
I don't think that the Bears are going to go out dropping a lot of coin on a running back, because in this offense, you know, you're just going to end up spending a lot of coin on a running back.
Shane, as someone who's on the Careth White Jr. bandwagon last year,
you're preaching to the.
I was there.
Holy
Don't
cow!
fall in love
The two
with
of you.
Undrafted free agent. Don't fall in love with this kid because he's going to be gone. Like
Yeah.
I was the only person on the bandwagon last year, apparently, other than you.
Oh my God! Yeah,
No,
me.
I-
Dude,
hold
I was
on.
over
You guys
it.
don't have a
Dude.
relationship
Dude.
yet. Don't
So
cheat
you
on
do
me.
now.
I love a man in a beard. I tell you, I love a man in a beard. That beard's dripping with knowledge.
All training camp and all preseason, there's something here, there's something here. Then they let him go for nothing,
Yeah.
and he goes to Seattle or Pittsburgh and plays well. I'm thinking,
Oh, my God.
Their running back depth chart.
Meanwhile, I have to watch David Montgomery just run into the back of our offensive lineman and do nothing all season.
Yeah, I'm a Montgomery fan. I'm not going to put that on him so much, but Careth White, I was all over in the draft. I wanted the Bears to draft him. I was a big fan. I mean, that's documented on probably 15 podcasts. I actually wanted Careth White and Riley Ridley in the draft. I was so happy because he's a back that the Bears did not have. A guy that brought explosion. I mean, he was going to give you explosive plays on special teams. That's what you want from a late round guy. And then
We need a new open words. We just go back and get podcasts. It's just Shane and I's cuts of talking about Careth White Jr. last year.
Yep. Big.
I will just never forget Nick's response to it, because the news dropped in one of our message conversations, and he's just like, motherfucker. And he went on like this 10-minute rant. He's like, you just draft this guy in the 6th round, then you come back here, you cut him midseason, and look what he goes and does with the Steelers. And like just going on like this epic rant. And I'm like, honestly, like I thought the dude was the next Cohen because he was sucking so bad, and then all of a sudden that just doesn't happen. But
Yeah, I think his first game for Pittsburgh, didn't he have like a 42-yard run, like from jump?
Yeah.
Well, you can't coach speed. You can't coach speed. Ryan Pace hyped this kid up. You drafted him. We all talked about you can't take guys that can flip the field and put them somewhere else. It was a huge error on Ryan Pace. Again, is the bias coming from the reality of where the running game is as opposed to what it is, you know, the coach wants? Or is it something on the lines of, you know, they felt better about Tariq, or they're hyping Tariq? Because obviously Tariq had a horrific season. I documented it over and over and over again on The Tape Never Lies. And it's unfortunate because the guy has a lot of talent, and the only time I saw him run hard was when this guy came and got embarrassed in the Saints game when they started.
Everybody put their hand on top of Phil.
Exactly.
Same thing. 5, 6
exactly.
and a half.
But for me, I would be running like my hair's on fire to every play. if you could do it in that frustration, you need to do that as a professional all the time. So his story isn't written, Tariq. Like, I'm going to give him the opportunity to showcase to us that he can do this.
If these tight ends show up by what, they're obviously I know they've been playing well in practice and stuff.
We got a new tight end. I didn't notice that we got this new tight end.
Oh God, Notre Dame.
Yep.
I was just watching the Alabama Notre Dame championship game the other night.
I'm not familiar with that game. That was the season where we went 12-0 and then just a year after. I blacked out for like 3 months.
But I think we get some of these tight ends going. I mean, if you guys we mentioned Cars, go to his website that he put up, Bears Nerd, and look at some of the stuff that he broke down. The 21 personnel, and the Bears had one pass play, air yards over 20 yards to a tight end. One on the season. Think about that.
And I think that was that touchdown pass to Ben Broniker.
No, that was 18 yards.
That was under yards. 20. There you go.
That was under 20. Yeah, and then they had one other play that went for 20 plus, and that was the screen pass to
JP Holtz against the Cowboys. That was air yards.
But I mean, imagine I talked to Cars about. I think the Bears have 2 pass plays, air yards over 20 yards in the first half versus Detroit with our tight ends. I'll call that right now. A lot of people
hated my opinion on Jimmy Graham. I'm just gonna say, I
was not a fan of the signing contract. I thought was ridiculous. I mean, I was Cole Kmet was my tight end one far and away in the draft.
As was
I wouldn't have made the pick at 43. I'm keeping it 100 right there. I wanted KJ Hamler. That would have been my pick at 43 because I'm a explosive playmaker guy. I mean, Kmet, I'm a fan of. I just wouldn't have made that pick there. But getting back to what we were talking about with Cohen, I think if you get these tight ends going, that's going to clear some space. You saw all you need to know about Tariq Cohen when you go back to the Philadelphia Eagles playoff game that nobody wants to talk about. Burton was out. Philly changed their entire defensive game plan. They brought their safety. He spied Tariq Cohen and essentially took him out of the game, made him, rendered him useless.
Well, Nagy helped that too by playing who's a third string running back that also got a lot of run in that.
The kid Taekwon Mazel.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Why is he on the field?
Everybody wanted to know.
He got a run on second down in a fucking playoff game. I mean,
Taekwon Mazel was like the market value on lobster at the restaurant. It's just there, and you're like, well, how much am I paying for this? He just keeps getting out there. I'm like, how does this happen?
He has been dead for 3 weeks, but we're still going to serve it to you.
Exactly. Exactly. They kept serving it like it was something special. Anyway, I want to get back to, I'm excited. Jimmy Graham is everything I studied on the tape. And the tape doesn't lie when it comes to things like that, where Stat Boys and PFF, they're going to go and register their grades based on, targets and this, that, and the other. But when you look at the tape and you see Aaron Rodgers has a bias towards the guy's running fucking wide open through the seam. All he has to do is step on his 5th step and deliver, and it's not there. You can't now downgrade that player. And then I heard stories like, oh, he's so fucking slow. And I'm like, I'm watching him versus the Bears, and he's killing us. He's just not getting the ball.
He did say that he wasn't healthy too. He was
and he played hurt,
banged up knee. Yeah.
So you're going to see a different, and I think he's motivated because not only that, he's going against Green Bay, and and I was told by a player off the record that there is something very, what would we call it, motivating to prove Aaron Rodgers. So Packers Bears just gets lifted up. We're going to watch Jimmy Graham that game.
I think what helps too is Steve and I discussed a little bit last week on our show where I think Kmet helps Graham and Graham helps Kmet, where the entire load's not on Graham if he was nicked up at all last year. And
I like this.
So if Graham, Steve and I talked worst case scenario, even if Graham gives you 4 really great games and then Kmet can start taking some of that load off of him while Kmet gets up to speed with all this time due to COVID, it's a mutually beneficial relationship for both of those guys.
Well, think about
on the field.
Think about the personnel packages that you're going to be able to use, especially in the red zone where you have Jimmy Graham, who is a fucking former basketball player that can box out, and he's athletic.
You can go 3 tights now down there.
Because this kid don't sleep. Yeah, exactly.
Well,
don't sleep on Demetrius.
It's just it was with terrible players.
Oh yeah, well that's the thing. I think one
what
of the
was the former tackle that was playing tight? What was his name?
Bradley Soul.
Bradley Soul, for God's sake.
One of the most underrated things about the tight ends this year, and you've seen it in some of the highlights the Bears.com, the Bears media people have put together, is Jimmy Graham has brought some fucking swag to the offense, to the position. And I mean, the Bears are fucking confident. The Bears have been, vanilla there so much. And you see Cole Kmet, spiking the football and making big fucking plays. And we've talked about that for years, way back when I'm blanking on his name again, Pernell McPhee. That was his big thing. You got to have some fucking dogs.
Got to have some fucking dogs out there, Nick.
The Bears need that on off. I mean,
I really talk about hot dogs because Pernell.
Well, that's
didn't he eat a hot dog on the sideline or something?
Adam Shaheen getting fucking crazy. He's putting Southwest sauce on his fucking burrito.
Chipotle.
That was about as fucking spicy as that dude fucking got.
Oh my God.
But you guys, Jimmy Graham's been there. He's done that. He's produced on the field. He's been an all-pro. He's been playoff games and produced everywhere. And that's the perfect guy for Cole Kmet to learn under. And, Kmet just turned 21, I think, like maybe a week or 2 before the draft. So he's still very, very young. You think about it. What did they say when he was like 12 or something like that? He got Jimmy Graham's jersey, Saints jersey. So that just shows you how long he's been productive. But it's a different group now. I mean, you can talk about J.P. Holtz being that guy that can be the H-back type. Eric Seubert has been really an underrated guy, been getting some love in camp and making plays. I think these guys, the Bears are going to go real heavy at tight end. And Demetrius Harris is that sneaky guy. His nickname is Sloth. And I'm telling you, it's going to be this.
Demetrius Harris is so
underrated,
sneaky athletic that group with 2 athletes and Kmet being what you said, Steven and Nick, that, he's got to obviously mature into the NFL game. You look at the history of tight ends going into the league and how they perform. It takes a special person to be able to get with the big boys. And I think Kmet, who also was my number 1 tight end in that draft, is someone that's going to be helped by the personnel packages and somebody like Jimmy Graham taking attention away, especially if we go back to what, we were talking about with Tariq Cohen. Jimmy plays with what Tariq Cohen had when they were busting his balls about his size. He plays with that chip every down. And in Green Bay, I'm telling you, there was a relationship issue between quarterback and tight end that it ended up benefiting us, guys. And you say what you want. You have a lot of fucking flip-floppers in this fucking world. I call them out. You're going to hear that on Keeping It 100, like the blog who broke the news. And they say one thing one day, and then the next day, whatever the narrative is going, whatever the hot button, we're going to, suck it up like a vacuum, and then we're going to change our narrative to make it. But we don't do that. My truth was Jimmy Graham was a good signing. I don't give a fuck about money. That's Shane and Cars' worry about. I say fuck a cap. That's my T-shirt.
Well, I'm not so worried about.
Just get him out there.
Ryan Pace's philosophy is just fuck. We have a need there. Here's a bag of fucking money.
I really think that Nagy was involved. Listen, they're on the fucking plane hiring Nagy. The first thing they talk about in Adam John's story when the plane almost goes down and Ted Phil is the U tight end and how important it is. So Jimmy is not a get down, put my hand in the dirt tight end. He's 6'6", freakish athletic. One of these comments, one of the fans, I missed it. Some other site was showcasing, I think it was James Grana, who had said about Zerters, whatever this site, that Jimmy led the league in separation in his patterns. And that's exactly what I saw on the tape. And I was cutting all this shit up, Steven, to prove to Bears Nation that Jimmy Graham is going to surprise a lot of fucking people. But I never got to do that.
Well, and
we're here now.
We're here. Thing, though. Do we have a guy that can actually get him the football reliably?
That's what we're listen.
We don't know that yet.
You're not going to find much bigger targets to get him the ball, in all honesty. But, like, the thing that irks me about all those comments, specifically to Jimmy's time with the Packers, and you kind of touched on it there, like, he's not that kind of player. But in reality, in the last decade and 12 years, when is the last time that Aaron Rodgers had a productive tight end? I mean, maybe Jermichael Finley for a year, and he might have only had, I think he might have only had like 700 yards that 1 year. And then everyone's like, oh shit, Jermichael Finley's the next big thing. He's going to be this great player for the Packers. And blah, blah, blah. And then it went nowhere. And then poof, he's gone. You get Bennett up there for a couple of years. You
Bennett. Bubba Frank. No, he was.
Oh, that was long.
That was long.
Yeah.
Bubba Frank.
You're dating.
That's when Brett Favre, Fat Mike's boy, freaking actually used the tight end. Chamorro.
Braggs was actually in a hot tub with Mark Chamorro back in the day.
Exactly. That's why he didn't pass the piss test to get in the show tonight. I really think we're gonna we're gonna be breaking all this shit down. QB competition, the fucking the Chicago Bears not giving you live access to practices. We're gonna break that down. We got so much to get into. How about tonight? Madden came out and they did a season, and the fucking Bears won the Super Bowl. Remember the Bears that Nick Foles was the MVP.
Big Dick touchdowns.
Big Beard Nick didn't believe that shit. But Big Dick Nick won the MVP on Madden. So it's going to be interesting. And
that'll be so Chicago. He'll go out and do that. Pace will sign him to a 7-year deal for $11 billion, blow our fucking cap up. And then he's going to go out and throw 2 touchdowns and 18 picks next year.
Break his collarbone week 6.
Don't. We're changing. We are in a new place. ChiCitySports. The Bears have to follow our passion, Shane.
Absolutely.
Because I don't think and no offense to you guys, your podcast, I just don't know anybody that brings as much fucking passion and fire as the two of us do.
Well, what Steven said earlier
I'm
was
going to
funny.
go crazy.
This is the difference. Steven said, well, there was a blog that reported. No, that's not how we do it.
I saw when I said dumb blog.
Reported it, the dumbass. That's how we address stuff on this show.
That's keeping it 100, Steve.
Yeah,
fair.
We're not gonna. You know, we held Mark Grote's feet to the fire, and we're gonna have him back on again. And we're gonna.
Yeah.
He was in the press conference yesterday and passed on his question. Somebody asked about Roquan Smith. They got to Grote, and he goes, I passed. They took my question. I'm like, Mark, what are you doing?
You got to have 12 more in the pocket, Grote.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
Oh, my God.
So
I always speak the truth.
When he got on the Bears beat for the first time, I made some comments, and they were played for him live on air. And he's like, every time I go to work now, I think of you guys for holding my feet to the fire. And he's like, I appreciate that. So that's, we're going to have him on.
Stand up, dude. He'll be coming on. We got a lot of guests.
Well, drop some of them.
I don't want to drop guests.
Give us a
we can do it.
Just a tip. Give us something.
Mark
Next week we are just straight going to go through the show. Claudio's the moderator, so it's going to be his first show. He's nervous. There's rehearsals. I feel like we're in the 8th grade play, and me and Shane have to direct.
Claudio's got like 2 lines. and he still can't fucking knock it out of the park.
He's nervous.
We're getting all hyped up for the Open. He's like, "Hello, Bears Nation. How's everybody doing tonight?" Sounding like dead air Jer out there.
Rising up.
So what you're saying is I should sneak into the production room here and just be like, "You suck, fuck you, fuck you."
Yeah,
you suck,
yeah,
you
right.
There you go.
Grossman sucks. Grossman sucks.
Yes. Get them fired up. We need them fired up. But yeah, we got a lot of guests lined up throughout the. I'm getting players that are interested in coming on, so it's gonna be, the relationship is really opening a lot of doors too. So
Yep.
I don't want to. Our first guest, Shane. Should I do that one?
NFL Network's who, Phil?
Adam Rank will be coming
Nice.
on the show. Leading up to the Lions game, we are going to be talking about the QB competition that ended at that point. We should know. Rank's going to give his takes on the Bears, the upcoming season, and then give you some hot fantasy football takes. Shane hates fantasy football. Steven, I know you love fantasy football. We do have some fantasy football
I don't know how you guys do it. I'm so invested in the Bears. I cannot imagine relying on some other team's fucking player.
Okay, so let's get one thing straight. I don't draft Packers because I just don't, because I don't care for it, because I can't fucking root for them. Just a wild guess how many leagues you think I'm in.
I would say anybody.
Where is the over under?
Oh, I say it's way more than seven.
You got to throw out the guess.
I'm saying Jim Miller's old number 15.
How are you doing what I was going to do? I'm saying Rick Myers number 13. Higher. Holy
no wonder your wife puts you in a padded room, bro.
that's
not for
that's
sound,
a padded
that's for
cell.
safety.
Exactly.
This is a little padded cell. It's hot as shit in here. I got a fan on right now, and I'm still sweating balls.
You're like Ace Ventura, and Ace Ventura 2 tapping the fan.
Can I come over there and sing some parody songs that I got to fill up my library? Me and Shane have a perfect new parody song. I'm not going to reveal it tonight.
Yeah,
but
we
it's perfect for what we're going through. And of course, we're going to address the elephant in the room of what transpired and quickly address it, talk about it next week.
In the beginning of the show, not at the end.
Beginning of the show. And then we're going to turn the page. That's how we
Flush
do
the
things.
toilet, and we're on a new venture.
A whole new venture, a new network. Yes, I saw somebody, what is it? The Blue, my man, the legend. Where was he? I missed it. I saw my father's going to come on. He's lined up. My father, he has come on our network before. High school football legendary coach, Nick, here in Connecticut. And I also have the #1 high school football coach in Connecticut's all-time history. He's going to come on at some point this season and talk a little bit about football and what's going on in the game and with COVID and how that's affecting the game. So we got a lot of stuff planned. Just it's gonna be a blast. I know we have some footage. Did you want to?
Oh
show?
Yes, we do. We
were gonna get into that. We got some footage. We're just gonna give you a little flavor. I kind of threw this together real quick tonight.
Real quick.
And if you are
Took him
paying
6
attention, no. I told Steven I was going to do this as quickly as I could to get this up. I put a little flavor in it that some of you, it's a little, what do we call it? Easter egg.
All right. You toss it. I'll let you do the honors and toss it
Okay, so this is going to be David Montgomery injury. We're bringing this video footage up here, and Dion Miller actually filmed it, so I give her credit here, but it gives a little flavor of what's to come and what Shane and I are going to be doing as we get, forward in the Keepin It 100 on ChiCitySports.com.
Sports.
So I didn't.
That's like the Zapruder film.
So I didn't even. It is. I'm surprised the Bears, who have been so, what would we call it? The Gestapo on showing video footage in regards to what's going on in practice, that was able to be kept up. But I put it together. I didn't think it through because throwing it on the video, we can't talk over it. So I was thinking I would break it down. But if you looked at the video, you would see his legs slipping out, and you could totally see that he tries to counterbalance himself. And I had this same injury, and I had told Shane and two of our huge fans, supporters, Ryan Cox and Chris Sandlin, that this is going to be a 2 or 4 week injury. That I don't think, if it's a groin, if it's truly they're reporting it, and it looked like it, if you could see his balance, he comes right up almost like he got kicked in the cojones. And that really
that's
is
what
good
it feels
news.
like.
That's exactly what it feels like. So that's really, really, the Magruder film is perfect for that. I think of the Seinfeld episode when the spitter.
Hernandez.
Yeah.
Back
into the
left. Back into the left. Back into the left. So, and that's exactly, the running back left the field there, and I had a heart attack. And I texted Kid from Kid and Play, a.k.a. Zach Pearson, because he's got this high top fade. He's going. I'm like, please tell me.
He's going for the old school Will Smith from
Yeah, he really is. He really is. So hopefully,
so everybody head over to Twitter and tweet Zach Pearson and ask him about his hair. He'll enjoy it.
When's he getting a
Zach
cut? I know
Pearson.
He had a birthday. You would think he would go to the barbershop and get that thing trimmed. No, he's rocking it. He's rocking the Will Smith. But we're gonna have a lot of stuff. Cars obviously is gonna come on. We're gonna have you guys coming on throughout the season, joining us. The aforementioned Kid from Kid and Play, aka Will Smith, aka Zach Pearson, and his birthday. He'll be on. There's obviously more and more, and we always will bring you we don't know what we're going to call the Keepin' It 100 loyal, like, passionate fucking fan that, like, Cherie. We know Cherie is going to be here every fucking show with her popcorn, her whatever she drinks, I don't know. We need a name for that. Shane and I were thinking. I was going with 100 Truthers. I was feeling that for a minute. But my wife kind of made fun of me, and then it went away. That's not, we're gonna
make you feel about that big.
It's like, I thought it was good.
Yeah, we'll come up with something catchy. But we're open to suggestions too.
Yeah,
so if you guys think anything, throw it in the chat, and we'll consider it.
Well, I know we're pumped to have you because, Steven, actually, this helps us during draft night where we don't have to do the 2-night, 14-hour extravaganza where neither of us took piss breaks.
Oh,
for the entire draft
14-hour show? That sounds like where we came from.
Oh, God. Yeah. We did an entire live stream for both days of the draft, and that second day was a slog.
Yeah.
It was, God, that was not expected at all to drag out as much as that did, watching a Roger Goodell sitting on his recliner at home, and by the end of it, just like 30-second pick.
Cosmoneti's
not
hanging out.
Why do I have to care?
The old Xbox One in the background. Did you see that?
Yeah.
He's hip. He's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
he knows what's up.
Guy's skidding by on 40 mil a year, and he's got an Xbox One. Jesus Christ.
Seems like a real avid Call of Duty player.
Yeah.
This is hip, right? This is cool. Kids still play this.
Yeah, right.
The phony avatars in the background.
Yeah.
It's like at the Springer show. He's like, all right, out of the break, you got to get up. You got to cheer. Scream. It's like,
something.
do something.
At least some of them had the correct response, and that's to still boo him, having that opportunity to show up on a screen. But like Nick said, though, we're really excited for you guys to hop on board. I know this has been in the works for a few weeks now, and we've been chopping at the bit to get this thing rolling. I know we've been back and forth on putting everything together, getting this all set up, and getting it all running. And now that the day is finally here, we can announce again. It's like I said, my phone's been blowing up all day. I know your guys' phones have been blowing up all day. It's fantastic to finally get this out in the open. And next Wednesday, time to kick some ass, right?
Oh, looking forward to it, man.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Get back in the flow of things. Not be available to our wives on Wednesday nights. It's gonna be fucking fabulous.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Gonna be great. When you put it that way.
Can you fit 2 more guys in your bomb shelter there, Steven?
Your
4x5 room. I mean, I think I can fit 1 more.
There you go.
Yeah,
there we go. And then I know I wanted to touch on this before we do wrap things up here as well. Phil, I know you're big on segments and everything happening.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, with the show, and wanted to kind of have the first official segment here with something that's near and dear to your family and friends, correct?
Well, before you do that,
I
was just going to keep it 100. There's going to be segments that you love returning to the show. Shane, as you heard in the open, he's still going to bring the dumbest tweets and message boards responses. Yeah. Because I know there's a big ChiCitySports.
Nobody is safe.
Yes.
Nobody is safe. It doesn't matter if we work with you. Nobody is safe.
Exactly. Pearson's got a what do you call it? The
forum.
The scope. The scope. He's got the scope on.
Pearson didn't show up to our unveiling, so don't tweet anything tonight, Zach. You're fucked next week, bro.
So yeah, we're gonna have the segments, Q&As. We're gonna involve you, dumbest tweets, bear up, bear downs, all this stuff. We're bringing back to Keeping It 100 to include you, and then one of the new surprises that we're going to share tonight is exactly what Steven's talking about. And it's near and dear to my heart. Shane oftentimes rolls his eyes at this part of the show. But in this case, I know my brother is not going to roll his eyes because we are about to announce we always end the show with shout-outs. We always end the show with shout-outs. So actually, before I do that, no, I got one thing after we unveil the shout-outs segment, okay, Steven? So we won't leave.
Okay.
But the shout-out segment now, every show going forward is going to, and this was such a great idea by Shane, dear to my heart and his heart. So I'll turn it over to you, Shane, because you had this idea and it just struck me. And then ironically, today we got some great news, but we want to name the shout-out segment for something and somebody special. So, Shane, go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, we've built what we've done on breaking balls and holding people accountable. And still at the same time, it all comes down to, loving each other. And one of the things that we talked about before was always trying to be better than you were. Be better than you were today, tomorrow, and that's something that Phil and I have tried to live by. And one of our best friends, loyal person that's been with us for a long time, has been dealing with his son, dealing with some stuff, and it's just as a father myself. I'm Nick. I don't know if you have kids. I know Phil does. So yeah, we all have kids, and you just don't know how lucky you are when your children are healthy. And, you wake up in the morning and you just, you get up early to do something for your kids. And, you forget that if they're not healthy, if they're fighting something that they can't control, how heartbreaking that is. And I'm talking about Ryan Cox and his little boy, Spencer. It's been Spencer Strong has been a hashtag that we've talked about numerous times. He's been dealing with some medical issues. Ryan actually shared some great news with us today. He had a MRI and everything is stable and everything like that. And it's just Ryan is so integral to what Phil and I do just on a daily basis, and giving us ideas and just sitting down and talking to us about sports and life and football. We just want to do something a little special for him and special for Spencer. So we're going to name, if you want to put that up, Steven or Phil. Yeah, we're going to do the Spencer Strong shout out segment every week. And when we do that, we'd like to keep the hashtag Spencer Strong going on all forms of social media, because there's not a better name. You see that beautiful little boy right there. When you talk about Spencer Strong, what this child has been through at that age, it's amazing. And we want the story out there, and there's not a better person than Ryan Cox, and he deserves that, as does Spencer and the entire Cox family.
Yeah, and really just to double down on that, I mean, Shane said it best. You look at the situation, this is a brother, somebody that talks to us as a fan and loves our show. That's how we met Professor X, I call him, because he is a professor down in North Carolina, and just loves what we do and who we are. And we just, that's how we are. I love all these fans that are here, Andrew Tarble and Cherie and Ralphie and Chris Stanley, and they're all popping up. Chicago's finest in there. All these fans, Jeremy, they love us. And when you reach out to us and we become vulnerable, and I think that's what we tap into. So when Shane's like, Phil, how about we name the shout out segment Spencer Strong shout out segment? And here he is right there, the father there with the son down at the bottom of the screen there. That's Mr. Ryan Cox. And really, Ryan, this is a tribute to you and that little boy and what you guys going, what families have to deal with. We did, with Greg Braggs, we ended up raising over $5,000 for childhood cancer and brain cancer research. And that was very dear to our heart. My cousin died of leukemia when I was 10 and he was 11, and we talked about that and how there's only 4% of money that goes to childhood cancer. And out of all the cancer funds that we see, breast cancer and that, and it's really sad that you see that. So in order to bring awareness, Shane knocked it out of the park. Spencer Strong shout out segment for forever moving forward. That's where we're gonna go with it. And me, I always will have to shout out people and really ultimately get to that part of the show. And I know people have questions and stuff like that, but tonight really was about Chi City and everything of us joining together, and the new show Keepin It 100, and telling you that we're back. And I really believe, and this isn't like blowing smoke, I feel so great. I was so excited and nervous. I haven't gotten nervous for a show in a long time, but I don't know Nick until 2 minutes before the show. And
fit right in though, man.
International man of mystery.
I thought he was Will Ferrell's younger brother with a beard. So to have this come together, we're definitely back. A lot of people are asking. Yes, we're going to talk about everything and get that out. The tape never lies. Will live on. We'll talk about that next week, but I've had so many comments about that. Yes.
Maybe even before. We might pop up and surprise some people.
We might surprise some people and go live over the weekend. You never know. That's why you got to be paying attention and keep your subscribe to Chi City, the YouTube, the Twitter, the Facebook page.
Go to the message boards.
Go to the message boards. Get down there. Let people know, because not everybody knows about Shane and Phil. And as Adam Rank said, I think people are going to really start to know who the fuck you guys are. And he didn't say the F word. He said the F. He said F. Who the F you guys are. Now that you're here on Chi City. So I'm excited about it. I really am happy about, our new, what would we call it? Fellowship, brothership, a connection, relationship, all of these things. I have to write a song about it. I don't know. Steven.
All right.
What is it going to be? But Chi City came to the table and really addressed a lot of the things that we wanted in a show.
And made us feel comfortable. That's what it was about, more so than that's testament.
Exactly.
We haven't been able to talk to you before this, but
right.
Steven and Zach sat down with us, and we were, I think, Steven, you would admit, we were open and honest and very blunt with some things, and we reciprocated and told you that we felt very comfortable with you guys, and that was a testament to the way that you guys stepped up and made us feel welcome, and that meant a lot, and we will pay you guys back for that, absolutely, with the work that we put into the show moving forward.
No, and we all very much appreciate that. I know Zach does. I know Nick does. And again, I do as well. And, with everything that we've talked about, everything that we've done to get to this point, again, it's just a tip. But
that's right.
Again, I'm going to be cliche here, but, Keeping It 100 is the show. We keep it 100 here too, and that's all it's about. And I hope that through our short time as this has started off here, that we're all ready to get rolling. We know that this is going to be a damn good partnership, and we're ready to get rocking and rolling and see what all is going to be brought to this season and beyond.
Just think how fun it's going to be to tell 2020 to go fuck itself after we're holding a Lombardi as Bears fans, right?
In Madden or in real life?
In real life, man.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I went to 4 different
existence.
stores today to try and find Madden, and all of them were sold out. I was pissed.
Who buys it in the store anymore?
Download it.
I do. I'm an old school.
Oh, my God.
And I'm out of room on my PlayStation.
Probably Bill RVs too, right?
Yeah, don't blow up his spot. I don't know if you
make sure you get about 20 yards, and then you have to call somebody.
Yeah, the podcast is going to come out tomorrow. I see fans asking, but every show that we do live stream will be housed at YouTube, Facebook, and we're going to announce other places it's going to come, and that's a surprise tease for next week, because we're going to be or before and other places too. We got some exciting more news about what Shane and I are going to be doing more.
But tonight's all about Chi City,
but tonight is all about Chi City, and you're stealing my thunder, and I couldn't be happier about this. Seriously, I do want to take some time. Maybe you could bring the Spencer Strong shout-outs to give a few shout-outs to a couple people, Shane. It's going to be short tonight.
Yeah, that's
because next week I'll have the long
list.
In
our old show, this was my favorite part when we bring up shout-outs, but I just never knew they were going to last for another hour and 45 to 2.5 hours. So.
Well, there's so many people to shout out in regards to fans that I will next week, because it's been humbling, and I'm going to be very vulnerable here. What we've gone through, for me, has been very difficult, because it was an emotional thing to have a breakup and put so much into stuff and then turn that page real quick and all this stuff and have all these fans asking you the same questions you're asking yourself. So it was an emotional time and a humbling time and an exciting time, and then COVID and kids and school. What are we going to do? And race shit is going on, and people are fighting, and everyone's dealing with politics, and people want to hear you. They want to get away from that shit. They want to laugh. They want to cry. They want to be vulnerable. So I'm going to be vulnerable tonight. And I really want to thank my wife, first and foremost, for really helping me through all of this and really getting to this point to make the decision, push me over the top with Shayne. Because my wife was on the phone with both me and Shayne a lot through all this.
She sure was.
And really, she's just a great person. So I want to shout her out. And I also want to shout out our business manager, Jim Larison, for all the work and hard work he put in behind the scenes to help get us to you guys and be here and really take care of us and go that route for us and work as hard as he did for Shayne and I.
He's an actual member of the Beatles. He's not a fucking sideshow. He's the fucking man.
He's a great dude and a friend. Like, loyalty to me, my father always said, surround yourself with good people. And that's what I try to do. And when things happen, you see who your true friends are. You really do.
Real quick.
And I will address that next week. But Ryan Cox, obviously, Spencer Strong, Chris Sandlin, all of you guys helping us out and helping us through this stuff. For me, those are the people that really have been intricate in keeping me sane, so to speak, in all of this. So so many fans have been so amazing. So I promise, Shayne, you're gonna have to deal with a long shout out list because
it'll be.
There's so many people here tonight.
I'll co-sign it for week 1, man.
Okay.
6-hour kickoff show next Wednesday.
Yeah,
7:30.
exactly.
Do you have any shout outs, Shayne?
It's hard to extend on the. I really would be naming the same people. Gotta give a ton of love to Jim for everything that he's done for us and helped us out. And like I said, I'm not going to go down that path right now and reveal any of that, but he's just been somebody, just like I said, not even as a business partner, but just as somebody, that we can get advice from just in life, and the direction that he's helped us with has been really, really amazing. And like you said, it's you do find out who loves and respects you really, really fast in times when you're at a low point. And I'm not gonna lie, like Phil said, it was tough. 5-year relationship, blood, sweat, and tears, came to an end, and it does, it does affect you. It's like I said, I don't want to make this ending sad. This is new beginnings and stuff. But just to add to the list, want to shout out Claudio for stepping up and doing what he's doing with us. He's really excited about it. Cars is another guy that we've been talking to every day and bouncing stuff off. And Sandlin and Ryan Cox, obviously, just guys that we've been talking to every single day and that have been there for us no matter what. And it means a lot. And Steven, Nick, Zach, you guys, like I said, appreciate you guys coming on here, and you guys didn't have to do what you're doing tonight,
right?
And taking the time out of your night, but we do appreciate it. And Phil and I do respect you guys even more because like I said, we want to do what's right, and it means a lot. You guys taking an hour and a half out of your night tonight to sit here with these loyal fans. And this, once we really get going, this is going to expand even more. And you'll see, we used to do 4 and 5 hour shows, and we'd be still have the chat filled up. So just, everybody that's in the chat tonight, just thank you so much. I've probably talked to most of you privately in DMs. Phil and I haven't aired any dirty laundry or anything like that publicly. That's not the way we've done it, and that's not the way that we will do it moving forward. And end of the day, you guys, you know what? We're all Bears fans. We're all here for the same reason, and that's what brought us together. And it is a brother and sisterhood, And, this is not only a new big beginning for us, we have a new season that's hopefully going to be kicking off and hopefully it goes off without a hitch. I'm not 100% confident that that's going to be the scenario, but like I said, if I had a beer or a shot glass right now, I'd raise it to new beginnings, because that's what this is all about.
Absolutely, man. You get me emotional at the end.
Right in the feels.
Getting in the feels. No, because we haven't been on the air and we haven't gotten to talk, and everybody's, and it's like our relationship. And people want to know, are they just going to go on? I saw one guy, this is a circle jerk right now. No, that's not what it is. It's being vulnerable and recognizing that there's a new relationship, there's a new beginning. In fact, with so much shit going on in the world, it's actually really important to have some sort of vulnerability and positivity, and shouting out those people that really went out of their way to keep it 100 and be loyal and be for the truth and for the passion and for friendship. That really, at the end of the day, sparks the creativity and the creative process I know in my brain, and makes me want to be the best I could possibly be. In fact, this has motivated me beyond any fucking thing anyone's ever done. It's just ask Shane. Like, I'm fucking meticulous in fucking making that opening song and building that, and that's going to be our brand, because
it's word by word. It's word by word with a fine-tooth comb. I mean, Phil and I will literally spend how long just talking about one word, and if it fits, and if we need to move it here or there.
Oh my God!
Like I said, I'm not even as involved as Phil is, obviously, but we're always riffing on stuff like that, and it's a process. But we love every brick in that process.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just again, the work that you guys have put in so far on this, looking forward very much so to see what's next and what you guys come up with in terms of creativity and everything else. Because it's, I'm looking at things I can't even talk about right now in our software here. I'm like, it's like you can hit a button and just let everybody know, but we'll save that for next week. That for next week.
Yeah,
we don't want to burn the house down yet, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. There's going to be a lot of fun. And real quick, one other thing. I want to shout out my boy. I see him up here. I'll bring him up. Alberto Valdez, somebody who reached out to us, going through a lot. If you're not a member of his board, Chicago Bears fans, the number 4 ever. Alberto right there, Valdez, runs that. He's a big fan. He's talking about Chi City and everything like that. And he really has been somebody supporting us and talk about bringing positivity. He's been going through, and I won't share, but some health problems and stuff. So if you could send positivity his way and check out his page on Facebook. Again, this is what we do. We share the love here. So this is what you're going to have to look forward to, Keeping It 100. I'm sure I'm going to fall on my face one day, but we will keep it 100 moving forward on all the things that everybody's having questions about, and I'm excited about that. I really am.
Absolutely. No, we got a lot to be excited about, and it all kicks off on Wednesday. Maybe before that, apparently. Possibly.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens. We got to drop the surprises along the way, because that's 6 days away. That's a long ass time. Then again, it's been like a month too. So you do what you can.
That's 6 days for Claudio to prepare.
Yeah, that is that's an important 6 days.
I mean, you know how hard it is to learn 2 lines? I mean, this fucking guy.
You can buy him a teleprompter and just scroll. All right,
we're breaking his chops. We love him.
Yeah. No, he'll be fantastic. We'll get everything rolling, and looking forward to, obviously, Claudio, Cars, everybody Adam Rank joining you as your first guest once
Yep.
everything kicks off. Again, it's a lot to look forward to. I know you guys are going to hit the ground running, and we are very, very excited to be a part of it and welcome you guys on board ChiCitySports. So, yeah, let's get shit done.
Let's roll.
Let's fuck shit up.
We will. And there'll be a lot of football
That's right.
talk. That's
Yep.
what we do, Keith Riggle.
Yeah, we.
And with that, roll the ending before Phil starts fucking talking again, Steve.
I'm not going to say anything
real
else.
quick.
Real quick. Is there any good Netflix series that anybody's watching before we go off?
I just have that Titanic gif in my head. You know, it's been 84 years. That one.
Well, at least everybody knows we're back. Wednesday nights. I think we're going 8:30. Yes, 8:30 Eastern.
7:30 Central.
7:30 Central. And the reason why it's 8:30 keeping it 100 is because I got to put my twin boys to bed so they're not up when I'm doing the show screaming and yelling. So that is why 8:30. So let's go. I know, Steve. I know.
Just wait till you open that door behind you, bro. You're gonna hear all the chaos.
Like,
It really is soundproof.
Yeah.
Exactly.
it better be for as much as his phone fucking costs. That's all I got. So. I'll tell you that much. All right, so we closed it out here with the song again. Is that what we're doing?
Let's do it.
Let her
Those
know.
that didn't see it, this is the new open, a Draft Dr. Phil original.
And let's give them a
video
heads up.
production.
Look, pay attention. There's Easter
There's-
eggs in there.
there's-
There's stuff in there that you don't even know about yet.
We're going to quiz somebody on an Easter egg next week. So hopefully we get some swag to give away.
All right.
All right.
You heard it here first. Pay attention, folks. Pay attention. So again, welcome Phil, welcome Shane. We're very excited to have you guys on board and
Biggie.
everything that we have going on here for this upcoming NFL Bears season. Please, for the love of God, let us get through 17 weeks. That's all I got to say at this point in time with as chaotic as 2020 has been. So again, right back here on Chi-City as well as on some to-be-determined networks. Maybe we'll get to that at some point this week. That you will be able to see Keeping It 100 next Wednesday night, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Stay tuned for it. Going to be some good shit. That's all there is to it. So until then, enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the weekend. And bear down.
Gareth White, come home. Are you with me, Nick?
Yes.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Keep it 100.
And so the Bears are sending their compensatory fourth-round pick to Jacksonville for Nick Foles.
It's an open competition.
Like the people drop off, but we still keep rocking.
I know we need to run the ball more. I'm not an idiot.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Open competition.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Chicago Bears sweat. Full commit.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. The dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man at Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keeping it 100, never running east or west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the freaking anchor, moving forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shane's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shane got some haters. But now they're moused up like the true and now and laters. Debaters, stars get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks strolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shane. 100's what we do when we're breaking down the Bears. Fuck a play or a captain, all of the upstairs. The tape never lies, the truth you see, we analyze, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a sad nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Hard crash, big impact like Max Sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man and Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun dip. We're back better than ever, and we're keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keep it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby. Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Keep it 100.
Keeping it 100.